What's up, everybody? This is Zach coming to you from My Freedom Smokes right here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm here today to talk to you about the Tornado RDTA by iJoy. And this, if you guys haven't seen or if you guys haven't heard, it's similar to the Moonshot by Sigelli, well, manufactured by Sigelli. And it's similar to that in its look and also in its deck. The deck is removable, but unlike the Moonshot, this deck has multiple choices, I guess you could say, for other types of decks that they have for this thing. So far they have the T4 deck, which is what comes with the Tornado, and it has the T6 deck, which I have right here with me. It's both velocity style decks. The T4 just has 4 post holes, and the T6 has 3 post holes. 3 on either post, and for the T4, 2 on either post. So to get into it a little bit with you, and I'll go back to the decks a little bit later in the video, it's 24 millimeters in the diameter, so it fits perfect on my rouleau, not overhang or anything like that. It's probably gonna fit perfect on most of the stuff you people are gonna be putting it on. Okay, it's a 5 mil capacity for the tank, so you can fill this thing up pretty much to the brim, and it's 5 mils to the brim. 17.8 millimeter 2-post build deck, and it has a lot of room to work with on the deck. It's nice. It's a nice deck. I enjoy it. Peak insulator, direct to contact 24 karat gold plated 510 for what they say is maximum conductivity. You know, 24 karat gold is pretty conductive. Wide surface area, cools entire subdeck and deck of the RDTA. And for most of you, RDTA just means rebuildable dripping tank atomizer. It's basically just another way of saying RTA, which is rebuildable tank atomizer. You don't really drip into this thing unless you're dripping the cotton to saturate it before you fill up the tank. Convenient sliding and lock gasket sealed top side filling. And what that means is that right up here, this piece right here, twists, pops right off. And you fill it up right here. Just stick your, bottle down in there or your dripper, whatever you're filling this thing up with. Just drip it right into there and it fills the tank up. It's nice. Only thing that I've noticed that is a problem with that is when I first built it, I had to rewick this thing a couple times because it was leaking. I couldn't figure out why it was leaking. And what I figured out, which might be the reason why, after I fixed it, it hasn't leaked since. That's why I figured that it was the reason why it was leaking. Once you put this, if you fill this up to the very top with juice, right to where it's about to overflow, and you push this back down on there, and you seal it, the air pressure from the top is pushed down into the tank, and I found that it's kind of pushing juice into the cotton, into the deck, and straight down, right out the airflow. Since it's like the Moonshot, and most of you that mess with the Moonshot, it has the removable deck, and that just means that the deck is floating and that you can just pull that thing right off. There's nothing really sealing the deck in until you screw down the barrel into the deck to keep it in place. And that leaves for just a little room, if the deck isn't set in place completely, for juice to leak up underneath the deck and then, into the base of the tank and right out your airflow. But as far as I've been vaping on this thing for about 2 days, it's fine now. I haven't had any leaking problems. I actually am very impressed with this RTA. I love it. It's a great RTA. I messed around with the T6 for a little bit, the T6 deck for a little bit, but I found that I just like the T4. It's simple. The T6 seems to me for people that are like really, really into building and like to mess around with different builds and stuff like that. Make some crazy builds because you really could on this deck, and I'll show you the deck here in a minute. Delrin wide bore drip tip that is on the top, and the drip tip does unscrew. Well, it doesn't unscrew, it just pops right out. So you can put another drip tip in there. It doesn't come with a 510 adapter, so I feel like you should just stick with the wide bore Delrin drip tip. It's nice, I like it. If you know someone that makes tips, they might be able to make you something for that if you don't like the Delrin one. High quality stainless steel and glass construction. It's I think it's 304 stainless steel. And the air slots on the bottom are 15 millimeters by 2 millimeters. So it's 15 millimeters wide, and it's 2 millimeters high, so that makes for massive airflow. This thing can handle very low builds, and the base doesn't really get hot. It cools down very nice. The airflow is just massive. It's one of the biggest airflows that I have seen on any RTA. It might be the biggest. Just wanted to hit a little bit so you guys could get an idea. It does come with 2 coils, 2 pre-built coils for it that you can just go ahead and pop right in. They're twisted, they're nice coils, I like them. They read out to about a 0.35, which I'm running at 100 watts right now, and this thing is performing great. So to get into the decks with you, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the T6, which is also, like I said, another velocity style deck, but it has the 2 other post holes on top. And like I said, I did mess around with this for a little bit, but I found that the T4 is the deck that I like. If you know what I mean by velocity style deck, it's just, imagine these 2 posts, but without these 2 blocks added on top. And it's just nice. The velocity style deck, in my opinion, is probably just the best style deck that has came out of vaping. So overall, my review of this is I really enjoy the tank. I really enjoy building on it. I enjoy the flavor that this thing produces. One thing that I do want to say before we close out is that when you screw the barrel down onto the deck, make sure you align the juice flow holes with where your cotton's going to be, because if you screw it on, then the airflow holes might not align correctly with where they need to be, so your cotton can stay continuously saturated. So yeah, that's the Tornado for you. I recommend this to, I'd say, not expert vapors to moderate vapors, people that are kind of really already into it for a little bit. This might be a little intimidating for beginners because of the style of build deck, but if you want to just jump right into it, you know, by all means, go ahead and buy the Tornado. I know people have been ranting and raving about it. I see why. I love it myself. So yeah, I'm Zach. Once again, coming to you straight from my Freedom Smokes here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I hope all you beautiful people have a great day.